we're going to see Liquid try to play it. Do you think it's going to go any better for them?
This is a better idea of enabling the Pudge, right? And I think let's kind of start with understanding why Pudge should be good in the current patch. And I think the easy answer is because of the Shard, right? It's his ability to eat up a teammate, bring them back up with that HP, and then spit them back out into the fight, and then you go again. And that kind of enables the entire lineup of Liquid, where you have a save from Dazzle, a save from IO, then the save from Pudge, with big magic damage from Lesh, big physical damage from PA, right? Like they have 3 enablers and then diverse damage up in the front. So once they hit their items, it's a pretty scary lineup in concept. The issue is, it's like getting to that point, right? Having your Lesh rack with 2-3 items, having your PA have the farm, Pudge be able to get into the fight. So yeah, there is going to be a window for Coolguys to really use their early damage.
Well, it's going to be very exciting to see if they can pull it off, of course. As mentioned before, Coolguys being one of the squads that made it up from the lower division here last time round. And well, we'll get to see their debut. Quite a scary lineup of names to debut against. But Coolguys, you can definitely trust that they'll be giving it their all here.
Yeah, a player to look out for on Coolguys will be Noob on the mid lane. In the lower division...
I mean, you'd say he's the star player, or...?
Oh, yeah, for sure. So during the lower division, be it when they were called Spider Pigs, Level Up, or Tempo, Noob was that mid laner who was playing these Snapfires, these Grims, Viper, not really Doom, but just annoying mid heroes that are able to take over the game. He's the type of mid laner that after 4 or 5 minutes, if he hits that 6-minute mark, he's had a good time, gets an active rune, he's suddenly in the side lane, he's making moves happen. I'm not expecting that from the Doom, but it's the idea that Noob is a super active playmaker, but he's not playing the Spirit heroes every game. Like, it is a refreshing thing to see.
Bottom, it's going to be first blood there, Insania and Matu able to run down Omar. Of course, quite a potent chase down those two heroes can offer, even at just the level 1 between the Poison Touch, the daggers, those slows allowing them to keep that Poison Touch continuously refreshed from Insania.
It's a classic laning duo for like someone who's new to Dota, right? You're like, yo, you play Dazzle, you put your Q on him, and I'll dagger him and I'll play, you know, that's very much like the early laning duo partner of the historic laning combo.
I mean, Amar's definitely got to be careful. I mean, especially if they hit level 2, they're going to go straight for that Snapfire again. So
yeah, that's the main thing here, right? Like they mentioned it on the panel, like the Timbersaw in this lane won't really care too much. PA should have a little bit of pressure when the Timber has levels, but early on, if Omar steps out and he dies 2 or 3 times, that could be what offsets the lane to enable PA to actually have confidence in the lane into the Timbersaw. So for sure, Omar needs to be careful.
And on this top lane, Thug and DNZ, can they do much to try and pressure Zai or Boxy, or is this just too sort of tanky and sustainable of a lane duo?
And if they hit the hooks, maybe, but they have to be careful because as you see here, when you hit level 2, Grim and Wraith King, you have the crit, the stun on the Wraith King, you have then the slow of the Q, plus your Inkswell on Grimstrike. There is a lot of kill threat, and I think right now for Liquid in this lane, they'll be happy if they are able to get that hook and disconnect the hero. Maybe you can run them down with Rot, but they'll be happy with just farming. If anything, it's Boxy overstepping his mark. That's when maybe you'll find kills in that top lane.
Oh, nice little juke there from Amar. Make sure that Insania is unable to keep that Poison Touch going. CS in the bottom lane, 10 for 2 against the 9 for 2. So very close between the cores down here, Matu and Phonic.
Also, just to make sure we keep up to date, the Poison Touch on Dazzle, it only refreshes from the Dazzle.
Absolutely, yeah.
So it's not as if PA's actually enabling the continuation of that Poison Touch.
But the slow from the dagger, right?
Exactly,
it's helping the Dazzle stay closer to his target.
Yeah, just to clarify, because of course, before you used to be able to dagger to continue it because any right clicks from any source, but that has been nerfed to some degree. But it is only Dazzle now who can continue that effect on them.
See in the mid lane, CS. Lesh with a slight lead on the denies in particular. The top lane being where we're seeing the biggest difference, of course, Zai as the Pudge. I mean, it's not like Wraith King, of course, has too bad of a right click. He's definitely one of the highest, but Pudge being Pudge, that right click damage at the early levels is pretty hard to match.
Yeah, and you have to think as well the fact that when you have IO getting that extra little bit mana regen as well, Pudge is going to have more hooks available in lane. He can even use it on the big, the hard camp inside the lane to get that extra bonus gold and XP, or he can look for some kills. And you see from DNZ's positioning, very scared to even show his face in the lane.
He is.
Because if you get hit by that hook, especially when Pudge is level 4 with the Rock and the Tether slow, if you're not near your tower, you will die to this combo. It's about distance for this combo to really thrive. In regards to itemization from a core Pudge, most likely it will be a Vanguard, Phase Boots, Soul Ring, into then like a Blink, Shard, and then probably a BKB. That's kind of like the general gist of it, being able to just to walk into scary engagements and be kind of that fight initiator, be it through just being tanky or getting off that hook.
I'm going to make a bit of an attempt onto Zai here. They're doing a pretty good job, Coolguys, as Zai does fall once again relatively low.
So that's a Soul Ring complete now on Zai. And, okay, cool. Does have the head drop.
Mid lane could this be a kill here if the stun lands? It's going to be close. It's enough. Very nicely done there by Mickey as he's able to take down Noob in the 1v1 mid.
Yeah, if you look at the CS right now, it is very much less favored. Every time Doom walks up to the lane, he is getting hit by, you know, the Split Earth and the Lightning Storm.
He's going to go for Thug here. Goes in with the hook. They've got the damage. They're able to take down Thug. Now they're going to try and turn their attentions maybe over towards DNZ, but I can't quite get him in reach of the range of Rot. But, they'll settle for the 1 kill alone. It's the big one, taking the carry out of his lane.
It is so refreshing to see a Pudge in a competitive game. Of course, we saw it yesterday as he connects to hook. And look, this is just the chase down that I mentioned, right? You have the Tether slow, you have the Rot slow.
That's big.
It is devastating. It's a level-dependent lane. They have the levels now. Coolguys need to be careful.
I mean, it is. When you sort of get those 2 kills like that as the duo they are, it's certainly now that area of the map. I mean, obviously, for now, they're sending the Wraith King back up there. But it's not going to be easy. That top lane's just got significantly harder now with those deaths in place.
Yeah, 100%. And that's where right now it's going to be when normally Coolguys, or at least the team before in the previous season DPC, it'd be Noob unlocking a struggling laning phase. But now he's on a Doom. They're not going to have that kind of natural transition from.
Watch for the hook here. I mean,
yep.
They had the vision through the creeps, but didn't want to try for it there.
It's a core Pudge, mate. He's not hooking for the kill at this. He's like, oh, I need to go for the creep now. He just started hooking the catapult. I think right now he's like mode farm. He's excited to just hit every single big creep possible.
So if they can make an attempt on Thug here, not quite going to get the hook this time, and TPs are coming over. See Coolguys try and turn this one around. They look over towards Zai. Omar coming in with the backup. He's bringing them low with the Rot. Zai continuing to be healed up by Boxy, but there's the final crit, comes in, gets the kill. Boxy, he's got backup of Matu. Matu's turned up on the top lane, so they may have lost Zai. Matu turning up will make sure that they do kill Thug yet again in the safe lane.
That was a really nice rotation, and that was like the secret-esque rotation that Matu's bringing from the previous team he played in, right? The idea that as a carry, 6 minutes into the game, he identifies this Timbersaw, this is his big power spike. Yeah. As you rotate out, you then automatically kill the enemy Wraith King.
Oh, here we go.
King, it's great laning setup. And now Zai goes bottom, kills the Timbersaw. Like, this is the perfect
and
setup.
Mid.
And then they kill mid. They get 3 core kills in quick succession just because they set up the lanes correctly.
I'm going to try and see if they can set up onto Matu. But the rest of the team can't quite back up DNZ in time, so Matu's fine. TP comes in from Insania. He's now ready to play the top lane, so we really are seeing Liquid all over the place with these moves, and it's looking pretty good so far. 7 minutes in, 7-2, 2K lead, and all 3 cores comfortably at the top.
And they got relocate already. Because they've been hooking creeps relentlessly, getting these early kills, they're already straight back to the top lane.
And Zai, very quick there with the dismember into the hook, making sure there's no chance for the Inkswell to pop off. Chase is going to be made over towards Insania, and the 4 members of Coolguys will surround and kill the Dazzle. So something found in return.
Pudge is the carry now. Matu is playing an off-lane PA, so look for his quirky itemization. Yeah, that was just a nice reaction from Coolguys. Like, in that scenario, if you allow Liquid to play this fluid gameplay of initiating the TP rotations, getting the kills, Coolguys then just going back to their lanes. If you allow Liquid to keep playing like this, you will have no map to play, really. So yeah, I respect the fact that Coolguys did go for those kills, and at least they did kill off Matu, but right now they need to find a Leshrac answer and a Pudge answer.
See if Zai can find a hook here. No, he's not gonna quite be able to close the gap in on Doom, so won't throw it out for now.
And you see the early damage right now from Coolguys. Wraith King as a hero, it's Armlet, Deso, then Blink. That is like the tried and tested correct way to play the hero most of the time. Like SEA, big fans of the hero right now in DPC. They played it 3 times out of 4 games, I believe. That's been like the staple build. It's been popping off. But to get to that point, you need early damage. And that's why you see Leshrac and Pudge both going for the hoods. As they walk aggressively through the jungle, they have the confidence because this early damage from a Timber, from a Snap, from a Brim, it's kind of mitigated, right?
I do end up getting the neutral creep deny at least there on DNZ for Coolguys' sake, but struggle to attempt to get onto their own triangle high ground, as we're seeing. Zai now head up towards the top part of the map. He won't be able to take down Funnick on his own. Does need at least a +1 if they want to try for the Timber Saw. It's got Insania. See what they can make of this. They start off the action. See if Funnick's tanky enough to live through this. Okay, with Mickey and Boxe coming in there, there's definitely no chance for the man there, as Funnick will fall. Now Liquid, they're ready to head over for more. Noob and Omar, they've got to come up with a plan here. They've got to get out. As Noob will be able to dodge the stun. Insania and Mickey, they're looking to chase down Omar. Hook from the low ground. Zai hits a beauty.
And then he gets to just slowly walk down DNZ. You bring in the eye, get a little bit more move speed in, and here's a slow. Tether slow as well.
I mean, Liquid are just rolling all over the place here. Bringing the action, and Coolguys, they are certainly suffering due to it.
All right, so a combination that I want to see Liquid run at least once in this game is a farmed Pudge eating a farmed Leshrac with active spells. Of course, when you eat the Lesh, the Pulse Nova and stuff will be flowing still. And then relocating that double combo into the fight. So Pudge is this double-enabled hero, be it by having the Lesh and the Eye kind of within him. That is the absolute dream. I want to see it at least one time.
I mean, if it gets to that point, this game's starting to speed up pretty quickly.
And you see by the speed in which they're playing, Pudge, in previous games, at least kind of the pub meta, is be tanky, be annoying, phase boots Vanguard. I think in his quick buy, he had boots of travel. Like, he identified the fact that they are just playing so quickly around the map. Wraith King can't really do anything right now. He needs 12 minutes of free farm to really enjoy Dota 2 right now. Like, he doesn't even have an armlet or a pair of boots. I think his courier probably does have the armlet coming out at least. Yeah, so he has an armlet, but he has no boots. So he will be slowly walking around the map under the quick pace of how Liquid is playing.
Another tower to be taken. Of course, Matu, very much the insurance policy, even though his farm still is very good. Third highest on the board, but getting that Battle Fury. You know, if they do need to sort of play for the farm, you know that they are going to be in relatively good hands there of Matu's PA.
Still waiting to see Coolguys try and make their first, clean, decisive play within this game, because right now it's only been laning phase that we've seen from them, right? It's not as if we've seen them connect multiple heroes onto mid lane, make this kind of traditional support movement on the map. It's everyone's playing their own lanes, reacting to the lanes, and they're not kind of putting things together. And that is a product of a mid Doom who's not had his Midas yet, +1 item, like normally that you get from like an offlane Doom farming. Grimstroke's still only level 5 at minute 12. Hopefully he should be hitting that 6 pretty soon, but they're under-leveled. They don't have the damage right now because, like I mentioned earlier, this double hood from Liquid and the save potential of Io and Dazzle. Coolguys don't even have the damage. Like, if they had levels right now, they still wouldn't kill them because Liquid's draft has hit this really nice, I think, unbeatable power spike right now for the next probably 3 to 4 minutes of the game, just because, yeah, they've itemized so well to play for this moment.
I'll see. Zai going straight for the Ags next, of course, making sure he has that insane amount of damage capability with the rot.
Yeah. The main thing there is the fact that the radius gets increased as well. So you are just able to increase that slow, that chase down.
Oh, Noob.
Is he dead?
He should be here. Stun will land. That's the mid going down.
Fortunate there for Noob once again, just really struggling to find entry to the game.
Ah, the Midas as well.
Not that efficient. Do we have stats this season about time not using a Midas?
We might do.
Wait, was
if we don't, we can make them up.
I think that... No. Okay, well, that's unfortunate.
We'll blame JJ for that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty simple one.
Yeah. Slacking.
Shake my head. So yeah, right now for Coolguys, I think realistically, it's one of those scenarios where you have to sacrifice heroes to push out lanes. You know, you need Funnick to be off by himself on a side lane, away from a key objective, be it a tower or even Roshan at this point for Liquid. Force Liquid to use some relocates to that area, maybe you kill off a DNZ, and open up the game to at least get some items. Because this is like this is why like Leshrac PA or big physical core plus big magical damage core is innately very strong in Dota, because the point in which you itemize to deal with one, you still can't deal with the other, right? Like, if I said right now, okay, Doom buying a BKB, very good item timing. Sure, you deal with the Leshrac, but you're not dealing with the Pudge, Dismember, the Hook, or the PA who's going to have an inevitable Battle Fury Deso, right? So, clearly having diverse damage, when you're behind as well, it feels like you need to wait for not one item, but then 2 items. So, yeah, right now, Coolguys, they have to be so careful with the moves they make, because if they make one wrong move, this 5k lead becomes a 10k lead by losing Roshan, losing their jungle. And that's where, realistically, pushing out lanes, dodging the big fights, but being ready to contest a Roshan is probably, unfortunately, like the aim of the game for them right now. They can't be proactive. They can't just smoke up and look for a kill, because relocate will always come into play. You know, a pesky Dazzle will always have that shallow grave ready. So yeah, very much Coolguys. They have to bide their time, accept the fact that Liquid is building this very strong lead right now. And then when they hit that one timing where they feel confident, that's when you need to see them try and make a move.
Oh, yeah, back to the farm game for now. Coolguys not wanting to take any risks at the moment. It has slowed down the pace a bit. You know, Liquid still very much with that lead, 5k up, 6k now.
It's some nice discipline coming out from Liquid here. When you have a 5k lead and you can feel the game being easy to run around in, right? Like Liquid, they were previously running around the map with such confidence, but they've slowed that down, right? They have this aggressive vision in the dire jungle, but they're playing on their own side of the map. They realize that if they can hit this big item timing before Coolguys can, that's going to be the devastating blow where, like I previously mentioned, getting that big Roshan fight, getting that smoke of themselves, like they can just crush the game off this one impactful moment. So rather than non-stop trying to find kills, if they just hit this one timing that I mentioned, it's like the fail-safe way of them thinking they can win this game. Because some teams right now in this position, they just keep running at them, keep trying to break down the map, keep trying to own this triangle. But they have shown some respect to the Grimstroke ult, the double Doom, that potential of some type of turnaround. And that's why Liquid did slow it down a little bit. But now that the lanes are pushed in and they can see Coolguys aren't positioned to contest this, they're trying to sneak it. But Coolguys, they're poking their heads in. Funix up here in front.
Let's see how much they can do to push Liquid back off this Roche.
DNZ has to hit the best soulbind of his life. Dazzle's actually a little bit out of position.
They're able to get the lockdown onto Insania, but now the turnaround comes in. Zai with the bite immediately tears down Funnick. Funnick, he's gone. Zai with the hooking, grabs over DNZ. Do manage to get the Doom drop down onto Mickey. Is there going to be any follow-up, though? That's the question, as Mickey still alive right now. They lose Matu. A buyback's going to come out. Zai misses the point-blank hook. Unfortunately for himself, they're still struggling to deal with this punch, though, as Zai too tanky for Coolguys to focus down. So they're starting to try and reset, but there's the hook. Zai, and make up for that one that he missed moments ago.
Oh, I take, they had vision. I waited as if they didn't have vision, but then I realized his body was getting dragged across the ward, but well. But yeah, you know, you see there, Coolguys, this was one of the best starts to a fight that you could have asked for, because you had Insania walking up to that kind of low ground position, which as we see a replay here, he's trying to de-ward from the low ground, but unfortunately, as Fug connects on that stun, there isn't that extra little bit of damage on top. You have the IOs then saving the Dazzle. The fight gets a little bit more kind of prolonged, which enables Liquid to take that engagement as Noob.
Oh, hello.
Tipped.
That'll be another one.
And yeah, and dies.
Zai.
Doesn't even smile, look at that.
Look at him go.
He's played Pudge before.
Chewing gum and killing people, and that gum's coming to an end.
I was waiting for you going to try and rhyme gum with, I won't lie. Alas. Yeah, Liquid have the Aegis now. Leshrac looking pretty healthy. Matimba Man going to be completing the Deso shortly after the Battle Fury. And I guess a really important thing to mention is Matu did do an interview before the series started.
Anything juicy?
I mean, I guess the main thing is when Secret did get knocked out of TI, he mentioned that retirement was on the cards for him and that he was probably leaning towards that more than playing. But once he got home, that's when he was able to reflect and realize that he wanted to try for one more year. So as Liquid go in to take this fight, get a free pick off, this is going to be kind of like the big year for Matu to try and, you know, get that next Aegis, to try and really push for that TI, because this could have been, we could have completely different story, right? This could have been him retiring, maybe. Like this would be a different Liquid carry we could be seeing, but no, he's giving it one more go.
He is, and to be fair, he's not really had to do too much this game, it feels. You know, this is very much...
this is perfect. That's exactly
he's having a great time.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, well, this is nice and chill, really. Don't have to do too much here. Zai just running around the map. Matu's just there as the backup if needed. He'll die here and there in a fight, you know.
But that's like the perfect game, right? Like that is the type of...
He's loving it.
Yeah, if you can set up a game in a way where Matu just needs to TP and kill a Wraith King and then farm for, you know, another 10, 15 minutes, you're living the dream. Now let's see, new style Liquid. What's their approach to going high ground? Other teams before have opted to try and dive past tier 3s. Will Liquid be disciplined and just simply take the tier 3?
See if Zai gets some nice hooks here.
Oh, he's looking for it. That is the Pudge hooking spot. But they're in vision, so. Because of the Die Award, correct. You know the game's rough when you're already placing an observer at your own tier 3. It's like, yeah, this tower's gone. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, we've got the old Skelly boys. Going to be potentially taking a tier 2.
And this is looking very hard for Coolguys to stop. They're going to try. They'll throw out the Soulbind onto the two back lines. They have the Doom trying to get it for the double Doom, but he's not quite able to close in. A turnover towards Zai instead, but the shallow grave is there. Zai falling over. They're able to take him out in time. Zai's going to be left saved alive as Mickey will be the one to fall, but he's got the Aegis ready for round 2. As only losing the Aegis there, Liquid, whereas Coolguys, they've lost a couple. Both DNC and Funnick go down.
But they use absolutely everything. And Liquid, with the amount of sustain that they have with their lineup, the Dazzle, the IO, they don't really need to care too much. They bang out about 17 chat walls here, and they know it. Because Coolguys, they got nothing really left in the tank. They can move from top, back into this mid, clear out this creep wave, take a tier 2, and Coolguys are under the kind of victim of cooldowns right now. 90 seconds for Incarnation, 105 for that Doom, 80 for Snapfire, you know, Mortimer Kisses. Like, we're a good minute away from them being able to really muster any type of defense, and you know, Liquid, they smell this. They go straight through.
Absolutely. They're ready to look for the second set of racks, no question about it. See what Coolguys are going to have to offer up. The tier 2. It's not going to stand long here. The push of Mickey Zai, of course, he's ready to split from the rest of them and look for some action. Wants to land some more of these hooks. And looks like Coolguys, they are going to make it out of there in time. Liquid, even without Zai around, they're still going to continue to poke at the high ground. Keep the majority of Coolguys staying back in the base. Zai, not quite able to find the action down here that he was hoping for.
Yeah, I think they're just, again, this is the level of discipline that Liquid's playing with right now. Because every time you think that they have this amazing advantage, they're taking it but going, okay, now let's just farm another item and use that item to be our next advantage, right? Like, the way that they take top with confidence, because that tier 2 is alive, and the creep wave's already kind of in the river, you expect them to maybe quickly take it, go back straight mid, and hope to play for the cooldowns. But instead, they're like, why risk it? They reset and go again. Like, some teams, like we mentioned, go straight for the racks, trying to play into the cooldowns, but no, they don't want to throw any games. You know, they got a Pudge, they want to be the first European team to get a win with a Pudge. And yeah, they're going to hold off.
Let's see if Zai can get something nice here.
What's he going to get?
So he's going to be able to grab Thug. He's going to jump straight over towards Insania, and they will be able to lock him down, take him out. Insania falls, and now Zai is kind of surrounded. Zai also to go down. Liquid, can they actually take this? They've been doomed on the Lash. Mickey did manage to, of course, get the ult pumping out beforehand and will be taken out temporarily by Boxy with the relocate.
But it wasn't too far away. It was just within the river.
Let's see if Matu can help clean this up. Heads in over towards Funnick. Funnick trying to get back over to the rest of the team, but the crit is there from Matu. Matu take out the Timber, now over towards Amar. Dagger flying in, slow him, allow Mickey to keep on top of him. An attempted TP out will go off just in time there from Thug. He makes it out.
That was pretty close. Now Matu just cleans up. You know, creep wave, and yeah, back again. And this was very much like Coolguys. They saw a small window in which Liquid was alone, but the raw tankiness of their heroes, the annoyance. Like Boxy, we haven't really mentioned him this much in this game, but he has been excellent with these relocates where he's like relocating into the engagement, but making sure that Tev is available to disconnect the person he needs to save within the fight as well. So, yeah, Boxy really popping off right now. Kind of the hidden gem right now in this game.
See that Zai Back with vengeance there as he came in. Trying to hook Insania in there.
I think he was trying to go for one of those bugged hooks where you go...
I think he was trying to hook him.
Or was he going for Insania?
I think he was trying to hook him.
Okay.
Oh, you mean you think he's trying to do one of the hooks where you hook out your backside?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I thought he was going to
yeah,
go for a butt hook, but instead he just nearly caught Insania.
I mean, that would probably have been kind of bad there if Insania got hooked up to the high ground, because we've seen how well Coolguys have been able to jump Insania.
That is true.
Matsu, and he wants to fight. He's in with the BKB, straight over towards DNZ. See if we can find much more out of this. We'll force Funnick to back off, making the space here for Mickey to clean up the melee racks. The mid-range racks as well will be soon to fall. There is still a tier 2 on the bottom lane for Coolguys, so Liquid will have to work their way around there. There's 2 sets of racks gone though, 24-7, 16k up. Liquid continuing to have quite the comfortable start to this series.
You see them now just sweeping towards the bottom side of the map. Matumba Man, look at that minute. That was a clean line through the bottom tier 2. He wants to get out of this game ideally within the next 5 or so minutes. And yeah, there's nothing for them to do now. Like they've got all the items that they need. Mickey is soon becoming this unkillable Leshrac with the IO behind him. And we're yet to see the shard, unfortunately, on Pudge. So all these cool plays that I was hoping for, they don't feel like they need them, because they are just playing so well, they can all just play for themselves. Like if this was a harder game, shard 100% would be in question. But yeah, don't need it so far. Nice little hook with using that high ground ward.
Oh, we're going to see Doom still trying to jump in and do something with the Doom. Again, landing it down onto Mickey, but Poxy's able to take Mickey out to the side. He'll be kept safe as Noob falls. BKB up from Matu's ready to turn over towards Doug. Doug tries to get in, but a few crits and he's gone. They are in on top of Zai, but Insania has the heals, trying to keep Zai alive, and with Poxy tethering over as well, there's no killing this Pudge. GG is called as Liquid. Quite the game won here, 25-minute victory for